Princess Leonor's arrival in Denmark stuns royal fans from Spain. A princess, a plane, a royal visit. But wait, this was no ordinary state trip. Because what happened the moment Princess Leonor stepped onto Danish soil left even the Spanish fans speechless. When the news broke that Princess Leonor, heir to the Spanish throne, was traveling to Denmark, many expected a quiet diplomatic visit. A brief handshake, a polite photo call, a simple display of international friendship. But what unfolded was far more powerful, far more emotional, and far more telling about the future of Europe's royal families. The first images showed Leonor arriving at Copenhagen airport, her posture graceful, her smile warm but measured. Spanish media immediately lit up. This was not just a young royal on duty. This was the future Queen of Spain stepping onto foreign soil with confidence that signaled she was ready for a bigger stage. But then came the moment that stunned everyone. Waiting at the foot of the stairs was Prince Christian of Denmark himself. Not an aide, not a representative. The prince personally came to greet her. This simple gesture sent shockwaves through Spain. Was this merely royal courtesy, or something far more intimate? As cameras captured their greeting, royal fans online exploded. Some saw just friendship between two future monarchs. Others saw sparks of something greater. And soon, speculation grew. Could this be the start of a royal alliance not just of nations, but of hearts? To understand the significance, we must step back. Princess Leonor has been carefully groomed for leadership since childhood. Every speech, every appearance measured, every move watched by millions. Her recent swearing of allegiance to the Spanish Constitution was a major step into her destiny. And yet, here she was, crossing borders not as a politician, but as a young woman representing her country. In Denmark, the reaction was immediate. Crowds gathered outside Amalienborg Palace, cheering as Leonor's motorcade passed. Children waved Spanish flags, an image that quickly went viral. Danish media praised her poise, calling her a symbol of a new generation of royalty. And Spanish fans watching from home were moved to tears, seeing their princess embraced so warmly abroad. Inside the palace, sources say a private meeting was held between Leonor, Queen Margrethe, and Prince Frederik. This was no mere courtesy call. This was a deep conversation about shared traditions, shared responsibilities, and the shared future of European monarchies. Imagine the weight of that moment. A young woman, barely out of her teens, sitting with one of Europe's most experienced monarchs, hearing advice only a queen could give. Then came the evening event, an elegant dinner where Leonor was seated near Prince Christian. The cameras captured their conversation, their smiles, the ease with which they seemed to understand each other. Royal watchers dissected every glance, every gesture. Was this diplomacy, or was this destiny? Spanish fans flooded social media with emotional posts. Some wrote of pride, seeing their future queen shine on the world stage. Others expressed hope for a future where Spain and Denmark share not just politics, but family ties. And yes, there were whispers of romance, growing louder with each passing hour. But beyond speculation, this visit had profound political meaning. In a time where monarchies must prove their relevance, such moments of unity are powerful symbols. Leonor's presence reminded the world that Spain's crown is not static, not distant, it is alive, evolving, reaching out across borders. Yet, for Leonor herself, this was likely a deeply personal experience. She has spent much of her youth under intense scrutiny, balancing school, training, and duty. Now, in Denmark, she was seen laughing freely, engaging warmly, showing the world not just the heir, but the human being behind the title. And what of her parents? King Felipe and Queen Letizia reportedly watched events closely from Madrid. For Felipe, who has always emphasized international relations and diplomacy, this visit was a moment of pride. For Letizia, who understands the challenges of being an outsider entering a royal family, it was a moment of hope that her daughter would find allies and perhaps friends who truly understand the unique weight she carries. The next day brought even more surprises. Leonor visited a Danish school, meeting students her own age. She spoke about education, duty, and dreams for the future. Those present said she connected instantly, speaking from the heart, not from a script. This was the kind of moment that builds a queen's credibility, not through ceremony, but through sincerity. And still, curiosity lingers. Will this visit mark the beginning of closer ties between the Spanish and Danish royal families? Will we see Leonor return for more private events, perhaps even alongside Prince Christian? Could this trip be the foundation for something much greater, an alliance of two houses that will shape Europe's royal future? What makes this story so captivating is its mixture of history and humanity. On one hand, it is a classic royal visit, flags, dinners, speeches. On the other, it is a deeply personal moment, a young woman standing on the threshold of her destiny, meeting peers who share her path. As Leonor departed Denmark, the images were unforgettable. She waved goodbye, her expression serene yet emotional. Crowds cheered, and for a moment, it felt as though the two nations were united not just by diplomacy, but by affection. When her plane touched down in Madrid, Spanish fans were still buzzing. This was not just a trip. This was a statement, a promise that Leonor is ready to step into her future not timidly, but boldly, representing Spain with grace, dignity, and warmth. And as for the whispers about her connection with Christian, only time will tell. But one thing is clear, Princess Leonor's arrival in Denmark did more than stun royal fans. It gave them a glimpse of the future, a future filled with possibility, unity, and a queen who is ready to lead. This is not the end of the story. This is just the beginning. And the world will be watching every step she takes from here.